Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Yesterday, there was a big movie trailer released on YouTube, The Matrix 4 Resurrections. There it is. At the time of making this video, 22 hours ago it says it was released. 15 million views. Loads of talk about it online. 15 million views in that short amount of time. It's a lot. And the reaction to it just shows that people, they're still spellbound. They still want their imaginary movies to give them a break from reality, even though the world of movies and movie stars is over. Going to the cinema and all that stuff is not going to come back. I get the feeling that these people, this industry, has served its purpose, a purpose that was to lead people and guide their mindset and outlook, control their frame of mind and moral outlook into the situation we are now in, a situation that clearly has been planned for decades, a catch-all situation. Yet people, they're still suckers for the dreamland, the Hollywood. So it's a bit strange, isn't it, that this movie, The Matrix, is getting a reboot at this particular time. I mean, do you believe this is an accident, a coincidence, a movie that is all about a dystopian future where humanity is trapped in a simulated reality that has been created by artificial intelligence, a simulated reality that is run by computers and machines who are harvesting the energy of humans while serving them the fake world for their minds to get lost in. You remember, the main character, his mind was wired up and pacified by this fake world, while his body was in a test tube full of gunk, while his avatar, his hologram projection, lived in a simulated reality, which he believed was real, where the main character is offered a red pill or a blue pill and told that one will lead him to the truth and another will keep him in the dream world of the Matrix. This film, it gets rebooted now, after 18 years since the last one? It gets released at this particular time while we are living in a situation where people are awakening, a society, a world where we are being coerced, threatened to take the blue pill and stay in dreamland. Look, we don't need a movie. We don't need another film, which is yet another extension of the fantasy world we inhabit. I mean, we are in the flipping Matrix, for real, yeah? Well, let's put it this way. We are in the real-life prequel to the first Matrix movie. We see today that the governments around the world are leading us down the route, and people generally haven't got a clue what is coming. And sadly, many of them will think it's cool and not take heed of the obvious warnings. Many of you may remember my video on the UK government's document they put out in May. Human Augmentation, the Dawn of a New Paradigm, Strategic Implications Project. This isn't a script for a movie. This is what they are planning on doing, where they talk about conceptualizing humans as a platform, where they talk about genetic engineering, brain-computer interfaces, all of it about integrating humans and machines. Human-machine teaming, they say, wiring you up to the Matrix. Oh, and just by chance we have passports now being pushed, biometric passports, digital IDs that will authorize you into a building with a QR code. You're being told, oh, you can't go to a football match or a venue unless you show your passport QR code. This is the first step of integrating the masses into a matrix of control. It's not just the UK. Check out this site from the Canadian government, Exploring Biodigital Convergence. This is from way back in February 2020, where they talk about weaving biodigital technologies into everyone's lives, how it will redefine what is human and natural, where they openly talk about changing human beings, our bodies, minds and behaviors, changing and creating other organisms, where they talk about how Digital technology can be embedded in organisms, creating new hybrid forms of life. Now, I don't know about you, but I quite like being human. I don't want to be converged into a hybrid. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can wear as many virtual reality headsets for as long as you want, but it doesn't compare to the real thing, okay? It never will. I don't want to live in a simulated world. I want to live in the real world and touch real things and experience real things. You see the news today from the mainstream media? How does it make you feel? It doesn't feel real. It's simulated. It feels artificial. It's following orders. It's following agendas. I don't want to have artificial intelligence estimating what I will do next or what it thinks I should do next. I want to make my own choices because I'm part of humanity. Do you want to stop being human? Have you ever come across anything where technology replicates what happens in real life and it does it better? No, it doesn't. It's always crap. It's always soulless. So yeah, you're living in the prequel to The Matrix, to the first Matrix movie. All of this is being lined up for the sheep, for the asleep, for those who are on the diet of blue pills. And the public have given this trailer, this movie trailer, yesterday, 15 million views in 20 hours. When all around you, society and people are being guided, coerced into getting passports, digital IDs. Businesses told yesterday by Joe Biden that they must make sure their staff have the jab in order for them to implement those digital passports. And we all know that they want to introduce social credit scores, cashless society, track your every move, track your every transaction, measure how much energy you use, how far you travel, so that they can put limits on you, limit your spending, total control and total loss of your freedom. And many people walking straight into this because they can't give up their tech due to their addiction to their smartphones, an addiction which has been crafted deliberately through social media apps, fun, free photo capture apps that are free in return to you for you giving up your identity and personal information. And that has been implemented over the last, 10 years or so? Yeah, there is nothing by accident, nothing happening. The internet, like I said yesterday, is not called the World Wide Web for nothing. It's because it's a trap. So never mind the Matrix movie and the stupid Matrix trailer. Think about actually escaping the literal Matrix you are now being guided into. All right? The smartphones. You know I've told you before, those are the key. I said destroy them. Unfortunately, so many of you are hooked on them. You've been made addicted to them. So you don't want to give them up. But you can. It is possible. The plan is for them to integrate with you as mentioned earlier. They want to make your smartphone so indispensable in the future, so pivotal to your life, to the extent that your life will be unlivable without them, that they will suggest that it becomes part of you in the future. And you know what that will lead to. Don't get led into this technological trap. If they require you to have a passport to go to a football match, don't go to the football match. Boycott it. If a restaurant or a school, a college, a nightclub requires you to have a passport, don't go to it. Boycott it. You need to cling to being a human. People saying that authorities are overlooking people's human rights. Now you know why. Your humanity is what makes you who you are. Your personality, your character, your individuality. And it's what makes life interesting and exciting and vibrant and full of joy. You are not a product. You're not a robot. You are not a platform. Don't allow them to make you into this. You're a human being. And humanity is what you need to hold on to. Humanity, such as the ability to love and have compassion and to create and be creative. And nothing, no simulation, no synthetic recreation, no emotionless technological counterfeit will ever replace or compare to your individual experience of life that you experience as a human being. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the fake stream media.